Guard your thoughts. Protect your mind from the noise, negativity, and things that leave you feeling hopeless. Protect yourself. Guard yourself. Guard your thoughts. You can't sit passively and allow external chaos to dictate how you show up each day. Give yourself grace. If you're in a phase where meeting your basic needs feels like a struggle, and you're just trying to hold your head above water, be kind to yourself. You're still a rock star, even when you're in the survival and rebuilding mode. Okay? So take it one step or one breath at a time. You've got this, mama. Protect your mindset. Guard your thoughts against negativity and hopelessness. How do you manage it all? Work-life balance? Oh, please. I want to have kids, but will it damage my career? When is the right time? How can I find time for myself? I feel like I'm losing myself, juggling career and motherhood. If these questions resonate with you, you are in the right place. Being a working mother is hard. Yes, life is hard. But should it be this hard to have a career and be a great mom? No, it shouldn't. I get it. I've been there, mama. I'm Yamiek Anthony, your host of the Rockstar Career Moms podcast, a former recruiter, associate director of career services, and frustrated working mother turned empowerment cultivator coach and advocate for working mothers. My struggles as a working mother ignited a passion within me to support moms like you. After years of surviving in frustration, I finally got to the root of my challenges and learned how to overcome them. Like you, I want to thrive in both my career and motherhood without sacrificing myself in the process. Both my professional experience in recruitment, staffing, and career development, and my personal experience as a working mother taught me how vital real support and effective support systems are. Working mothers need support. You need support, mama. Now I'm using that expertise in everything I've learned and continue to learn to support you. Join me and my guests each week as we raise awareness, spark change, and build the support systems we need to thrive. Together, we'll create the working mom lives we not only want, but need and love for ourselves and our children. Working moms, it's your time to rock. Let's do this, rock stars. Hello there, rock stars. Welcome back to the Rockstar Career Moms podcast. I'm your host, Yamiek Anthony, and I'm thrilled to have you join me as we continue the special three-part mini-series within Season 1's Rediscovery Journey. In this mini-series, we're diving deep into the different phases of being a working mother, unpacking the challenges that make it so hard to balance, blend, juggle, or integrate career and motherhood. Because let's be real, navigating the ever evolving stages of working mom life is no easy feat. This series is designed to help you identify the external and internal resistances that have been keeping you stuck or throwing you off course. The very things that have made it feel nearly impossible to create the working mom life you desperately want and need. A working mom life where you found your rhythm, integrating career and motherhood in a way that works for you. A life where you have established a steady flow and harmony, juggling, managing, and doing it all on your terms, how you want and need to. You see, I get the struggle. I know firsthand what it's like to fight for a way to thrive as a successful, career driven working mother without sacrificing yourself or what matters most. The very conundrum wanting to show up as your best self in both your career and motherhood, while constantly fighting the tug of war of doing both well in a world that simply doesn't support working mothers, ignited a fire in me. a fire that continues to burn fiercely to support and empower working mothers. My struggle opened my eyes to a hard truth. I wasn't alone. A mama, neither are you. You are not alone. Because here's the truth. Women who want fulfilling careers and to be great mothers are battling an astronomical lack of support and support systems. And that needs to change. Working mothers need better support and support systems. The intention of this mini series is to guide you through reflecting on your own journey so that you can become more self aware and see yourself like never before. Uncover the root causes of your frustrations and reconnect with your strengths. Remember who the heck you are. You need to realize and reclaim the strengths, skills, and abilities that have helped you overcome and succeed, even when the odds were stacked against you. My hope is that by the end of this series, you'll feel empowered to finally create the working mom life you love without sacrificing or losing yourself. Oh, and if you haven't yet, be sure to go back and listen to the kickoff episode of this mini series. It's packed with powerful insights to help you bring you clarity and real breakthroughs as you continue on this journey. The title of that episode is How to Finally Create the Working Mom Life You Love Without Sacrificing or Losing Yourself. All right, rock stars, get mentally locked in. Get ready to grab the nuggets you need today to help you finally experience the breakthrough you've been yearning for. Let's do this, rock stars. All right. So, as I prepared for this episode, it came to me that I need to acknowledge my working moms who are in a place or state of mind where all of this may seem like a luxury or privilege at this time. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, mama. If you're in a working mom phase where your basic human needs, the foundation of your career mom's four S's, that's safety, security, stability, and success, are not being met, and you can't even think about or create your ideal working mom life because you're simply trying to survive. I see you, mama. I've come to realize what a profound privilege it is to now be in a place where I have the freedom, space, and capacity to focus on building the working mom life my soul has been crying out for years. To no longer be in survival mode, where I'm not constantly worrying about meeting my basic needs. When you're fighting just to feel safe, secure, and stable, or to hold on to your sense of success and belonging, you simply don't have the mental or emotional space to visualize, let alone pursue your ideal working mom life. If you're if you are if you're fearing for your job security, anxious about paying your bills or carrying the heavy burden of providing for your family, it's only natural that dreaming of a thriving, fulfilling working mom life feels out of reach. And maybe at one point you did have that strong foundation, your four S's were intact, but then life to you, as it does, right? Life happens. Maybe something unexpected tore it all down, and now you're rebuilding. Give yourself time. Have patience with yourself. Allow yourself the grace to rebuild. Right now, your journey might simply be about regaining your footing, reestablishing that safety, security, and stability you need to feel successful. And that's okay. You're still a rockstar career mom, even when you're in rebuilding mode. Okay? I see you, mama. I see you. You got this. I'm cheering you on and sending you big virtual hugs. You got this. Take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. And if you need to, take it one moment at a time. Keep taking deep, intentional breaths. Just breathe. At times, that's all we can do and all we have to do. Just breathe. Taking tiny steps and giving yourself the room and space to breathe and think things through will have a massive impact, helping you gain the clarity and confidence you need to figure out your next best step. You got this, Rockstar. You got this. All right, so the first stages of the working mother's phases, the box checker era to the new working mom era. In today's episode, we're diving into the beginning phases of the working mom journey. I'll be guiding you through powerful reflection prompts designed to help you gain clarity and awareness as you explore the different phases of your working mom's life. Here's how you can get the most out of today's episode, okay? So as we go through each episode, write the questions down and use them as tools to reflect deeply on your own experiences. These questions will help you uncover what you truly want and need in this phase of your life so you can consciously take steps towards creating and living the working mom life you want, need, and love. And I need to acknowledge the times we're in. I feel like it's like an elephant in the room as I record this in March 2025. There is a lot of hard stuff happening in the world today, right? It's easy to get stuck focusing on the things we can't control, feeling paralyzed by hopelessness, as if we have no agency over our futures. But let me tell you, that is not true. That is not true. There is always hope, even when you can't see it. Long before I could even put words to it, I clung to a deep sense of possibility, a knowing that better was out there. Through reflection, I can now see that came from my family and my upbringing, where hope was always present, even in hard times. I'm sure in my belief that things can and will get better, not from blind optimism, but from deeply feeling and living through the struggles of my life. I know there's better because I fought through many hardships and overcome them. Girl, it has been a journey. So if you feel stuck or discouraged right now, borrow my hope, borrow my belief, the deep knowing that things can and will get better, even if you can't feel it yet. And while you hold on to that hope, I want you to protect yourself from yourself. Guard your thoughts. Protect your mind from the noise, negativity, and things that leave you feeling hopeless. Protect yourself. Guard yourself. Guard your thoughts. You can't sit passively and allow external chaos to dictate how you show up each day. I've had to tell myself these things and coach myself through these hard times as well, because these times can make you feel like you can't do anything, right? So instead, focus on what you want. And if that feels too hard right now, flip it and think about what you can no longer tolerate. Start there. Next, move your body every day. Just move. It doesn't have to be big, just consistent. Like go for a walk, a simple walk, and breathe in the fresh air. Play music and dance around the kitchen while you're prepping, cooking, and cleaning up. We have to generate our own joy through sometimes what seems such like a crazy world. Stretch or do some yoga. Move your body. Even small, sustainable movements over time will generate the feel-good chemicals your body naturally produces, lifting your mood and helping you feel more capable and empowered. And finally, before we dive into the reflection guidelines, Let go of what you can't change. Let go of what you can't change. As you reflect on the different phases of your working mom life, give yourself grace. You can't go back and rewrite the past, but you can grab the lessons from it. Okay? So use those lessons to fuel the changes you need to move forward. And let me tell you, Mama, I get it. I've had to step away and pause many times during my own reflection journey. I felt the pain of the frustrated working mom I once was. I've cried, felt angry, and sat in sadness, but I've also laughed, smiled, and celebrated the wins. And at times, the only thing I could do really is just laugh, right? And shake my head and give thanks that I've passed that time. And now I'm using every part of that journey, the hard and the beautiful, to fuel the life I feel called to create and live. And so can you. Yes, you can. All right, rock stars, I hope these tips help you get mentally locked in and fully present for this episode. Grab the nuggets you need to reflect, gain clarity, and start taking the steps that will empower you to create and live the working mom life you want, need, and love. All right, let's do this, rock stars. Here are the 2 guidelines for you to use to assess the first phases of your working mom's journey. Write them down and then come back to journal on them. Okay? All right, so first, identify what phase of your working mother's journey you're in now. Preparation phase, which I call the box checker era. And this is the phase where you're still checking your success boxes, climbing the career ladder, hitting life milestones, and doing what you're quote unquote supposed to do to build a successful life. We covered this phase in detail in episode 2, titled 5 Steps to Uncover How and Why You Became a High Achieving Career Woman. Go back and listen to uncover more about this phase of your journey. Or are you in your new working mom era, or your frustrated working mom era, or are you in your empowered working mom era? Or you could be in a transitional phase. This is when you're in between 2 stages, trying to gain clarity on your next steps. You may feel uncertain, stuck, or unsettled, but this is where growth and change begin. Okay. All right. So make a mental note or write down where you think you are right now. I know you may be driving and not just sitting around able to take notes. So just make a mental note of which era or which phase of your working mom life you feel you are in. Which era or phase of your working mom journey you feel you're in. After going through the mini series, come back and see if your perspective has shifted. Okay. So, and just a reminder, this is a 3-part mini series. The episode prior to this was the kickoff episode, and this is the first episode covering the first level of the working mom phase, or the beginning phase of the working mom journey. Okay? All right. So this number 2, to help you assess as you go through the journey. So assess your external and internal obstacles, resistances, and challenges. So as we go through the working mom phases, reflect on your time in each stage and identify the external and internal obstacles that have contributed to your frustrations. What's been holding you back from the flow, rhythm, and harmony you want? The balance, blending, and integration of your career, motherhood, and life, the way that you need it to be. Okay? And keep an eye out for what has been preventing you from living the working mom life you want and need in both your personal and your professional life. So at home and at work and in any other areas of your life as well. Okay. So in your personal life, an external challenge could be extended family responsibilities, constant demands, or let's face it, family drama. Yes. And at work, An external resistance could be an unsupportive team, manager, or work culture, or unrealistic work expectations and demands that leave you constantly drained. Man, I feel this one. And we covered these resistances in depth in episode 5, titled Brace Yourself, the resistances that comes with taking control of your working mom life. Yes. So as you work to try to take control of your life, there will be resistances. Go back and listen to that episode to gain more clarity and awareness of the resistances working moms face when trying to take control of their lives. I think that can make such a fundamental difference because at times our expectations and the reality don't align, and then we have unrealistic expectations of ourselves and we lack awareness of what we're actually stepping into. All right, so your action step as we go through the first phases of the working mom's journey in this mini series. Write down the obstacles and resistances you can think of, okay? Or that you're identifying. And this will give you greater insight, awareness, and understanding of what has been holding you back from living the working mom life you want and need. Okay, so the working mom journey often begins in the preparation phase. And I think this is until I was putting together this episode, it's like I did not have this realization. It's very similar to how when you are preparing to have a good day, right? How you prepare for your days, how to be productive, how you prepare for your month, how you prepare for your week, how you set yourself up for success. It's very similar to that. What you do the night before helps you have a good morning routine. How you prepare the night before, the day before, like on a Sunday or even a Sunday, whatever day of the week it is, right? How you prepare the night before helps you to have a smoother or a more seamless morning. Doing all the things to get out the door, get your children to school, and get to work early or on time, right? So it's very similar. Your working mom journey often begins in the preparation phase where you're planning and preparing to become a mother while also figuring out how to blend, balance, and integrate your career, motherhood, and life. So, how well you're able to plan and prepare for this integration plays a significant role in shaping your expectations and how they align with the reality of being a new working mother. It also reflects how ready you felt to take on this life changing adventure where you're undergoing a major transformation. And I am putting that in there because I feel like for me, I just felt like, okay, this is something that everyone does. It is normal. And it did not dawn on me, I feel like, to be like, this is a major life changing transformation. So maybe you have that same sentiments as well, that, just in a mental state as well, because we see it often and it's like everyone does it or have these experiences. But oftentimes the back end is not all the same, right? Okay, a self assessment and reflection moment. Take a moment to reflect on the preparation phase of your working mom's journey. Were you able to establish your career mom's 4 S's before becoming a working mother? All right. So as we think back, reflect on your preparation phase. Were you able to establish the career mom's 4 S's that made you feel ready? Well, I don't know if we can ever be like completely ready for that major life transformation, right? But so first, it's safety and security. Did you have the things in place that made you feel safe and secure in your personal and your professional life? Second, stability. Did you feel you had the stability you needed, both personally and professionally, that helped you feel grounded and ready for the transition into motherhood? Third, confidence. Did you have what you needed to feel confident in your ability to be a successful working mom? And fourth, preparation. Did you feel adequately prepared for the shift from being a career woman to becoming a career mother? Reflection time. What were your expectations of being a working mother during your preparation phase? What were your expectations as you were preparing to become a working mom in your preparation phase? And then remember, regardless of which phase of your working mom journey you're in now, you can use these guidelines to help you consciously move forward and create the working mom life that you need now, that you want and need and love right now. Okay? All right. So now we are getting into the beginning phases of the working mom journey. The early stages of the working mom journey consist of 4 phases. First, I mentioned early preparation because I wanted to put that one out and make it stand by itself because I I wasn't aware until I was reflecting on this time to see what a major impact that is. I thought my working mom journey, I was only so focused on when I actually brought that baby home and started my transition back into work with actually, you know, I guess going back to work. I think when I even look at how I wrote when I did blogging, it is at that stage that I looked at to be like, okay, that's the beginning of my journey as a working mom. However, no, it begins in your preparation phase. And so today, the stages that we're looking in that we will discuss, the stages that we will discuss for the 8 early stages of the working mom journey consist of preparation, new, adjust, and transition and growth. All right, so it's preparation, new, adjust, and transition and growth. And these phases were shaped by my own personal experience, along with the insights I've gained over the last 7 years of supporting, serving, and learning from working mothers. However, remember, your journey is unique to you. You have the power to define your own working mom phases based on your own life experiences, based on wherever in the world you are. So I am living in North America. I grew up in Jamaica. I grew up as an adult in this country. So I know things are different around the world. And no one knows you and understand your working mom journey like you. Okay? No one knows and understands your working mom journey like you do. All right. So remember that and be empowered to define your own journey and define your own new working mom phase. As we go through this series, be empowered to take these ideas, let them spark something for you, and use them to ignite and create your own, tailor it to make it work for you. Okay. If it doesn't align with your life and your circumstances, be empowered to just take the nuggets that work for you. I'm going to walk you through the different emotions you may have experienced during the beginning phases and see which one resonates with you. Okay. All right. So, first, in the preparation phase, your level of readiness and support played a big role in how you felt while preparing to become a working mom. You may have been filled with dream-like emotions, what I call La La Land phase, like La La Land, where you imagine the perfect balance of career and motherhood. I feel like I somewhat was in this La La Land phase. I had no idea what I was getting into. Or you may have experienced fear, apprehension, or even denial as you prepared for the reality of juggling both. So take a moment to reflect. What emotions did you feel in your preparation phase? Were you hopeful, anxious, or somewhere in between? Okay. All right. So now we're going into the new working mom phase. And this is one of the most intense phases, a major life transition as you shift from career woman to career mom. It's an emotional roller coaster where your support systems or lack of them greatly impact your experience. During those early days and weeks, you may have felt a mix of happiness and relief from meeting your little one, then disappointment and fatigue from the physical and emotional demands, to overwhelm as you tried to balance it all. As you begin to integrate your personal and professional roles, with your new identity as a mother, you may have experienced surprise, wondering, what the did I get myself into? What the heck I got myself into? Asking yourself, how do women balance it all? Is this really it? Like, is this really it? Or doubt, struggling to figure out how to juggle your new roles, wondering, what am I missing? Am I doing something wrong? Feeling alone in your struggle, afraid to ask for help, suffering in silence, doubt, or shame because you were finding it harder than you expected. If this resonates, know it's normal. These emotions are part of adjusting to this major life transition. And third, adjustment phase. This is the adjustment phase. With time, you begin to figure things out. You gradually build the support systems you need at home and at work. Your confidence grows as you learn to juggle it all and trust your abilities as a working mother. This is how you start to feel, this is when you start to feel more capable and in control, finding a rhythm that works for you and your family. Or fourth, you could be in a transitional and growth phase. As a high achieving, career driven woman, you'll naturally continue to pursue the personal and professional goals that drive you. Yes, so that's something. Let me repeat that. So, as a high achieving, career driven woman, you'll naturally continue to pursue the personal and professional goals that drive you. In this phase, you experience growth and expansion, both in your family and your career. Personally, you may move into a larger home with more space for your growing family, and you may consider having another child now that you have found your rhythm. Professionally, you may continue your education or training to increase your income and opportunities, or you may go after a promotion or seek a better job that aligns with your goals. These exciting changes will also add new challenges and responsibilities, making you feel like you're in survival mode again, similar to when you were a new working mom. But this time, you'll face it with more confidence, backed by the resilience you've built along the way. All right, so take a moment to reflect. Which of these phases resonate with you the most? Can you identify the emotions you felt in each stage? How did your experiences shape you in the career mom you are today? You've come so far and you're still growing. Keep going, Rockstar. All right, so I want to cover some dynamics of career-driven women, or I want to highlight some dynamics of career-driven women turn career moms that you need to take into consideration as we go through this reflection journey, okay? Because I did not take these into consideration, but these do affect how you transition from career woman to career mom, all right? And you may not recognize how this adds to the dynamics of juggling it all, balancing it all. And there could be invisible weights and loads and circumstances that you're not aware of. All right, so earlier I asked you to reflect on your expectations as you prepare to become a working mother. Now I want to encourage you to also consider the stage of life you were in when you took on this role. All right, so more and more women, especially high achieving career driven women, are delaying motherhood to first focus on building a solid foundation, one that provides financial security, stability, and the confidence needed to succeed as a working mother. I did this too. I intentionally delayed motherhood to prioritize building my career, mom's 4S's, so the systems, structures, support, and independence I knew I would need to thrive. The foundation that made me feel safe, more secure, and stable in my ability to balance career and motherhood. What about you? So think about it and reflect on this. Did you delay motherhood to focus on your career? What was your level of readiness, financially, physically, and emotionally? What was your level of readiness? Were you juggling other roles and responsibilities like being part of the sandwich generation? So caring for both your children and aging parents, that dynamics right there can strongly influence how you were able to do it all, right? And what kind of support system did you have in place? So, what type of support system or systems did you have in place as you transitioned from career woman to career mom? So, one of the things that came to me as I was going through this, and I would talk to my mom, my aunt, and the women in my family that grew up in Jamaica to just really identify and look at how they were able to integrate career and motherhood. And one of the things, like for me, growing up in Jamaica meant being raised by a village. Like, and in a few episodes down, I'll be talking more about highlighting women in my family through my journey to show, I guess, like more my journey. So, okay, for me, growing up in Jamaica meant being raised by a village. Family and friends were part of my parents' strong support system. But when my husband and I became parents in the US, we didn't have that village. This was a major factor in my decision to delay motherhood, knowing we wouldn't have the same built-in support system. What about you? So these personal circumstances and support systems, or lack thereof, shape how you transition from career woman to career mom. So as you reflect on the first phases of your working mother's journey, take these factors into account, okay? It will help you recognize hidden resistances, unmet expectations, and emotional roadblocks you may have faced. And it will help you give yourself grace as well. I encourage you to give yourself the space and grace to reflect deeply on the early part of your working mom life. There are many moving parts that affect how you transition into this new chapter, personally and professionally. But here's the beauty. When you take a bird's eye view of your journey, you gain valuable insights. If you have already gone through this phase, you'll be able to better understand what shaped your experience. And if you haven't yet, you have the chance to use this wisdom to more consciously create and live the working mom life you want, need, and love without sacrificing yourself or what matters most. Okay? So I'm so excited for you, rock stars, because really, I feel these are insights I wished I had when I first became a working mom. They would have helped me better prepare mentally and emotionally for the transition, and they would have saved me so much time and energy, helping me to focus on what truly mattered instead of stressing over things beyond my control. And that's exactly what I hope this episode does for you. Helps you to take back your power, guide you to use your time, energy, and resources intentionally, supports you in creating and living the working mom life you and your family want, need, and love. As we close out this episode, let's do a quick recap of I want to leave you with some key takeaways to reflect on and carry with you. First, give yourself grace. If you're in a phase where meeting your basic needs feels like a struggle and you're just trying to hold your head above water, be kind to yourself. You're still a rock star, even when you're in the survival and rebuilding mode. Okay? So take it one step or one breath at a time. You've got this, mama. Next, reflect on your working mom phases. I guided you through the early phases of your working mom life, from the box checker era to the new working mom era. Use the reflection questions I shared to gain clarity on what you want and need. Write them down, journal on them, and allow yourself the space to explore your journey. Unlock and uncover those answers within you. Third, protect your mindset. Guard your thoughts against negativity and hopelessness. Borrow my hope if you need to and when you need to. And remember, small daily movements like walking or dancing in between juggling all the things can boost your mood and energy, helping you feel more empowered. All right. And number 4, let go of what you can't change. As you reflect, extend grace to yourself, extend grace to your past self. You can't rewrite the past, mama, but you can grab the lessons from it, use them to fuel you to move forward and create the working mom life you want, need, and love. Some final thoughts as we close out the episode. Wherever you are in your working mom journey, know that you can make the change you need and create the life you feel called to. Keep showing up for yourself, one step, one moment, and one deep breath at a time. Remember, Rockstar, you don't have to walk this journey alone. Get the support you need. Create the support systems you need. I'm cheering you on. You got this, mama. And as we wrap up the first phase of the working mom's journey, in the next episode, we'll dive into the second phase, the phase where many working moms find themselves frustrated, overwhelmed, and on the brink of burnout. This is the phase where some moms get stuck in survival mode, feeling like they have no choice but to settle, sacrificing themselves in the process. But rock stars, there is a better way. You can thrive as a successful working mother. You don't have to settle. No, you don't. So join me in the next episode to uncover and unlock the awareness within yourself so you can finally create and live the working mom life you love. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rockstar Career Moms podcast. What sparked for you today? What sparks did you have? So go back to those. Did you gain clarity on obstacles or challenges or unrealistic expectations you placed on yourself? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Join the conversation or start the conversation on Instagram. Connect with me at Rockstar Career Moms or at Rockstar Career Moms Podcast. Keep fighting for the working mom life you feel called to, mama. Keep fighting. You've got this. See you in the next episode. Much love, Yamiek. Visit rockstarcareermoms.com for working mom resources, show notes, and our free Working Moms Balance Guide to help you kickstart your journey. Please subscribe, rate, and review the podcast wherever you listen, and share it with the working moms in your life. Working mothers need support. It takes a village. Together, we'll rock it.